Happy the 7th. Happy Tuesday. So I wanted to do a video today um to see how everybody doing. I'm great. I've been doing great. Uh I've been getting well. Um Unfortunately I was sick last week and I didn't know what to do. So unfortunately I had I had to step back on some of my videos, but I'm here today and I'm doing well. I was like talking to my caregiver, and he was telling me about this guy that's paralyzed, you know, and the guy, he just ain't doing too well. So I was sorry to hear that about that guy. I wanted to talk about I basically wanted to talk about me having support when I'm gay or when came out being gay. Basically, this video is about me having a whole lot of support. When I came out being gay, I didn't have no support. And the reason why I'm talking about this video today is because um it was granted that Zaya, I hope I'm saying her name right, waits that she get a name change. So um they granted her name change. So I thought that was a good thing, and they got mad. A lot of people got mad because of her name change. They were saying that she could wait that till she turned 18, but I don't think that's all about it. I think it's like more jealousy when it comes to it in their relationship. I think Zaya's biological mother is very jealous, which is Dwayne Wade's its wife. And I also think that it's crazy because I also think if it's a lady raising your child, you all will be happy that it's the right one. You shouldn't have anything against her. So why do you have anything against her? I would never know. So, that's the thing that I was having. And I questioned that because I remember me being gay. Uh, my mama, I don't know if I told y'all this. My mama was at work this certain day and she got off of work. Uh, it's a lot of times when my mama got off of work, she didn't know what I was doing or what was going on with me. So on this particular day, my mama got off of work. She pulled up in the parking lot and she seen somebody come through the window of my bedroom. And she told the person, the same way that you came in, that's the same way that you go out. Then on top of that, my mama had said that I'm finna call your stepfather. And she did. She called my daddy. And he came over. He said, "What's going on with you?" He said, "Don't you know by you letting that guy in the house, anything could happen? He could have killed you and he could have killed your sister." And I say, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I apologize. But this is what gets better. This is taste the cake." I had told him that I was gay, and he said, "Well, why did you never told us that before?" And I said, "I don't know." You know what I'm saying? I said, "I guess because I was scared of what y'all would think." And he told me that it don't matter if you gay or not, we still gonna love you regardless. My mama was sitting over there in the chair, and she's told me, I don't know if I ever told you how this video. She said, I can't I can't say that because um right now, if you can't change your ways, then you can't stay in my house. And I was just like, are you serious? So I instantly get ready to go upstairs. We had a 2-story townhome. She said, where you going? I said, upstairs to get my clothes. She said, no, you not. I said, what you mean, no, I'm not? She said, the same thing you got on your back, that's what you leave my house with. I said, those clothes, she said, those clothes upstairs I brought. Okay. I said, fine. And my daddy said, this is insane. And my daddy said, well, no matter what, I would still love y'all. Love you. I ain't gonna say y'all. But he said I would still love y'all regardless of what y'all is. So that's okay. So I left, I left back then they had a gay area where everybody hung out. You know what I'm saying? So I was making gay friends and stuff like that, drag queens and stuff. So they taught me how to hustle. You understand? Because after we would go to the club together, I was out there on the street prostituting. I didn't have nobody to support me. And then one day I had this drag queen and she was getting ready to work. I never forget because she worked at McDonald's. I, I can't say her name, y'all. And she was coming downstairs because her daddy used to pick her up every morning about 5 or 6 o'clock to go to work to open. She told me, baby, she said, you know what? Let me walk you back in my house. Because she had a lot of queens staying in her house. And she said, baby, there's no reason for you to stay outside. She said, me and you gonna talk about it when I get home. So me and her went in her bedroom after she got off of work and we talked about it. And she said, all I need is you to give me a little something. It'd be like $10 or $15. I said, no, I can give you more than that. I said, I'll give you more than $10 or $15 like that. And I handed her $100. And she asked me, what do you do to make this type of money? I said, I prostitute to make this type of money. You know, then I only prostitute so long. So I ended up meeting a guy. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know where is he at. On this time around, the guy that I met with and had sex with, he was shooting up. Well, of course, I didn't know nothing about that. I didn't know nothing about no drugs. So the next time when we was in the gay area, I met this other dude. Now my friends didn't tell me nothing about him being HIV positive. And by this time I had just turned 16. So we got together. He stayed in Tyler, Texas, and he used to come down every weekend. So we started a relationship. You know, he said, "Well, let's child." I still think about it to this day. Well, let's just be together and you stay with me. So we stayed in some apartments. It wasn't too of the day or too good. I remember the apartments that we stayed in. It had mold and everything. But his gay daddy told me when I met him, because I met the gay daddy, he said, so he didn't tell you? I said, tell me what? He said, he didn't tell you was HIV positive. I said, no, he didn't tell me that. And I was thinking in my mind, this was around when Philadelphia came out, Tom Hanks. I was thinking in my mind, this guy never told me that he was positive. He never gave me a choice. So we went to they had our houses back then where you go get tested. So I went and got tested. The test came back. I was positive. I was so angry because back then I didn't know. if I was going to live or I was going to die. You understand? Because I wasn't on no medication back then, and I didn't have nobody to support me. So back then, I was on probation, and the probation people came to my mama's house and said, "Wherever your son is, you need to let us know." And my mom said, "I don't know where my son is," because by then my mama didn't stay in the townhome no more. She had moved to a flat, which I didn't know. So my mom said, "I don't know where my son is," and I said, "Me and my son ain't talked over what 3 to 4 years." And she said, "For real?" I said, "Yeah, I don't know where my son is." He said, "And I don't think his stepdaddy know where he is as well." So when I did call to talk to my sister, my mama said, "Is that your brother? Tell your brother that he needs to get back here to turn himself in." I said, "I'm not turning myself in." Well, I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I got into it with this boy and me got into it. I can't remember why. We got into it and he called the police on me. Right after I helped him get a car and everything. He used my credit to get one of them cell phones. You know, back then they had one of them car phones, like you carry in a bag. And I didn't understand why he was doing all this. You know what I'm saying? So we got into it and he called the police. The police took me to jail and they said, if Dallas gonna come to get you, then we'll let you go. This is what Tyler's telling me. See, Dallas came and got me. They transported me back to Dallas, and that was it. So I'm locked up in Dallas jail once again. But this time, things is going another way. So I called my stepdaddy. I didn't call my mama. I called my stepdaddy. And I told him, I'm locked up. And he was like, oh my God. And so he came down there. He supported me. And I remember when my mama told me, if you go back to jail, I would never come down there and see you again. So I was thinking to myself, and I said, excuse me, y'all, if I'm moving. I said, you didn't come and see me the first time. I said, so what makes it that you gonna come and see me the second time? I said, please understand, please let me know that because I'm not understanding. So to make a long story short, I went to prison. This time because it was my first time going getting locked up. I done 2 years, but I'm gonna finish out this story for y'all to understand. When I got out after them 2 years, my mama allowed me to come and stay with her, but I told her I would buy by her rules. I couldn't buy by her rules because I think I stayed with my mama 1 month or 1 week. I couldn't handle it. So my friend that I was locked up with, we got in touch, and he had this other friend with her sister. I can't tell y'all the other part. So I end up doing selling drugs, and I sold drugs for a long time. You know, I sold drugs until my other friend that I sold drugs to my other friend that I was locked up with died. Then I sold drugs until my other friend that I'm telling y'all about came in tech with me. Cause we was very, very good friends. You know, we could talk about anything, everything. But on this particular day, we got into it. And I was wondering what was going on. So we usually get into it and she usually called me back. Not this time. So I go over there, me and the sister go over there and we find out that she's laying on the floor in a bunch of feces. So I pick her up, I wash her off, drive her car, because I left my car at a trap. So I drive her car, and that's when they told us what they told us because me and her had the same doctor. Where I'm trying to get this and get where I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all don't have no support and your only support is yourself, you're gonna have a problem. And I'm gonna tell you also, I didn't understand what was the problem because Zaya Wade have support. She has Dwayne Wade and she has Gabrielle Union to support her when she's at home and to support her when she's out there. They's there to put protection around her. I don't think when she turned 18, she's going to change her mind about who she is or who she wants to be. You know, I don't think she's going to go that far is getting, because they don't do that. You have to be a certain age. But sometimes I feel like Claudia Jordan takes it too far on Queen's Court with her, Vivica Fox, Lisa Ray, and Serena. I don't know why they take it too far because I feel like kids should be off limit. You understand what I'm saying? I know that Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle broadcasted it to the world, but because they broadcasted it to the world, they don't give you the right to talk about a child. They don't give you no right at all. So I'm just saying, y'all, I'm not trying to diminish anybody. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I'm not trying to drag nobody. I'm just trying to say it comes a point to where you got to be respectful. And if you can't be respectful, just don't make no video. Find something else to talk about. I don't talk about their daughter. I just talk about what's going on and what's right and what's wrong. Because in reality, I didn't have no support. I was my support. When I was on the street, I was my support. When I started to really, really come into what I was, my daddy started to be there. But my mama was never my support. Mm-mm. She was never my support. She didn't care about being my support. You know what I'm saying? My mama didn't try to be my support till later on in life when she started to say that she didn't know about gays because you know that's something that was not on her side of the family. And then she said that what she say? Then she said that she had to learn about these things. But you worked in a hospital that had gay people in the hospital. Because I remember her telling me that this one guy, he had got his whole thing changed. And he told her, tell your son don't do this. Because for years, I never transitioned to being a transgender. I just was this gay dude, gay man, until I think it was 2020. That's when I started transition. And that's where things went wrong. But I'm gonna get into that. I promise y'all, I'm gonna get into that. But I want to close this video out. I don't want to too much take up y'all time. I hope y'all had a great day at work today. I hope things is going well for y'all. And I just want to say thank you for everything. Bye.